Good evening, everyone. Jason here from Game7Collectibles.com with our 2011-12 Panini Contenders case break recap for everybody. So let's do it up. We are going to recap all our hits in the case, and I will try to show them as best as possible. So if you don't want to watch all the videos, you can just watch the recap. So first one, hold on, let me get the proper hit cam on there. So first one, David Rundblad, Calder Contenders, patch, well, it's pretty much a patch auto out of 100. A common gold for the St. Louis Blues, Chris Stewart, out of 100. There we go. Just move this camera down. That should work right about there. For the Colorado Avalanche, Stefan Elliott, Calder Contenders. For the Columbus Blue Jackets, John Moore, Calder Contenders auto out of 800. Cup Contenders for the Leafs, Phil Kessel out of 999. A Blake Jeffrey on NHL Inc. for the Nashville Predators. A Calder Contenders signatures for the Anaheim Ducks, Devontae Smith-Pelly. A NHL Inc. duels for the Philadelphia Flyers, Zach Ronaldo and Jody Shelley, which, Ken, I will also send to you too. A Cup Contenders for the San Jose Sharks, Joe Thornton. A Calder Contenders out of 999 for the Ducks, Maxime Masonauer. Calder Contenders auto out of 800 for the Nashville Predators, Ryan Ellis. A Cup Contenders for the Anaheim Ducks, Corey Perry out of 999. A Cup Contenders for the Leafs out of 999, James Reimer. A NHL Inc. for the Calgary Flames, Mark Giordano. A Bracken Kearns Calder Contenders out of 999 for the Florida Panthers. A Cup Contenders for the Washington Capitals out of 999, Thomas Vokoun. A Calvin DeHaan Calder Contenders for the New York Islanders out of 800 auto. A Calder Contenders out of 999 for the Florida Panthers, Hugh Jessamine the Specimen. A Cup Contenders for the Pittsburgh Penguins out of 999, Jordan Stahl. A gold, common gold for the San Jose Sharks out of 100, Joe Pavelski. An NHL Inc. for the Nashville Predators, Blake Jeffrey. No, I did not repeat myself. An NHL Inc. for the Philadelphia Flyers, Sean Couturier. A Calder Contenders for the Colorado Avalanche, Stefan Elliott out of 999. A Calder Contenders for the New York Islanders out of 999, Matt Campanelli. A Calder Contenders out of 800 auto for the Montreal Canadiens, Louis LeBlanc. An NHL Inc. for the Florida Panthers, Evgeny Dadonov. A Cup Contenders out of 999 for the Detroit Red Wings, Pavel Datsyuk. A Calder Contenders auto out of 800 for the New York Rangers, Tim Erickson. A Calder Contenders out of 9.99 for the New York Islanders, David Alstrom. An NHL Inc. for the Philadelphia Flyers, Zach Ronaldo. NHL Inc. Gold out of 25 for the Detroit Red Wings, Stevie Y. Beautiful signature there, actually. A Contenders Legacies for the New York Rangers, Mark Messier out of 9.99. Cup Contenders for the Flyers, Ilya Bryzgalov out of 9.99. A Calder Contenders Auto out of 800 for the Carolina Hurricanes, Justin Falk. A Cup Contenders out of 9.99 for the Vancouver Canucks, Roberto Luongo. A Calder Contenders out of 9.99 for the Sharks, Harry Sateri. A NHL Inc. for the Philadelphia Flyers, Matt Reed. A Cup Contenders for the Canucks, Daniel Sedin out of 9.99. A Common Gold for the San Jose Sharks, Logan Couture out of 100. A Calder Contenders Auto out of 800 for the Ottawa Senators, Eric Condra. A NHL Inc. for the Edmonton Oilers, Timu Hartikainen. A Calder Contenders for the Columbus Blue Jackets out of 800, Ryan Johansson. And a Chris Freedom Calder Contenders out of 9.99 for the Minnesota Wild. And we will continue the rest in part 2 here.